This is question 13 in test 5, section 8. It reads, if x, y, and z are positive integers such that the value of x plus y is even and the value of x plus y squared plus x plus z is odd, which of the following must be true? Okay, so we just need to keep in mind that when it's a must be true question, that means that the answer choice needs to work in all situations. This is not just asking us which of these things could be true some of the time. So let's plug in what we know. We know x plus y is even, and then it's squared. And you may know this through memorization, or you may be able to figure it out just by plugging some even numbers in and squaring them. Any even number squared is going to yield an even number. So x plus y squared will give us an even number. And then we have plus x plus z, which gives us, oops, I'm sorry, it gives us an odd answer. Okay. So now let's turn to the answer choices and see if we can get rid of anything. Okay, so A says x is odd. Well, x doesn't have to be odd. Since x plus y is even, that means we could have an odd plus an odd or an even plus an even to give us an even number. So that eliminates A and B because x doesn't need to be odd and it doesn't need to be even. Okay. And then let's check out C. If z is even, then x is odd. Okay. If z is even, and we know that x plus y squared is even, then it does make sense that x would need to be odd to yield an odd answer. So this does work, but let's just check out the other options. And I'm just going to plug in numbers briefly just to show you how this would work. So if x was 3 and z was 2, and then let's plug in 3 as x here. And then here y would need to be odd. Okay, so this would work. You would get 64 plus 3 plus 2, which would give you an odd answer. So you get 69 as the answer, which is odd. Okay, so we know that works. Let's check out the rest of the answers, though, to make sure that they're not valid. Okay, if z is even, then xy is even. Okay, so this does strike me as odd, but let's just test it out. If z is even, then we can plug in, well, if z is even, x has to be odd to make the final answer odd. And then that would mean that y would also need to be odd. And then the question is just, does xy need to be even in all situations? Well, let's just plug in an odd number times an odd number to see if it yields an even number. Here's just one example of how an odd times odd number yields an odd number. And then let's try another one. This is actually a rule that odd times odd yields odd. So then D is out. And lastly, very similarly, actually, EXY is even. This is what we were just talking about. XY doesn't have to be even as we've shown here. So we could feel confident about choice C.